give it up to the youth. Loyal to the squad if we win or we lose. It is in our veins that orange and the green when it's through and through. Cause you know we want it, you squad versus ours, now they don't really want it. Our pedigree's deep with pros in abundance, get ready for the storm cause the hurricane's coming. Let's give it up to the youth, loyal to the squad if we win or we lose. It is in our veins that orange and the green when it's through and through. Cause you know we want it, your squad versus ours, now they don't really want it. Our pedigree's deep with pros in abundance, get ready for the storm cause the hurricane's coming.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another Canes on the Daily podcast powered by Livewire Sports Media. And man, let me tell you, I am so pissed off because the Miami Hurricanes, for time and time again, year in and year out, continuously do not know how to finish games. They don't know how to take down the opponent that they need to take down, and they continue to allow teams to get the best of them. And it's sad to see how this team plays. This team plays dysfunctional, really dysfunctional. Now, we can sit here and say, well, hey, Carson Beck threw that last touchdown. Me personally, he shouldn't have thrown that pass. And yeah, I get it that he expected Malachi Tony to be in that spot. But guess what? He shouldn't have never thrown that pass. He should have just pump fake it or threw it over the head and went for something else. This team been playing lackadaisical all game long. You allow SMU to get back in the game. You had the game control. You could have took advantage of some stuff. But no, time and time again, Miami gambles. They don't finish. There was a fourth down play. I think it was in the third quarter. All they had to do, instead of running the ball, all they had to do is fake the run and threw a wide receiver screen into the flat to the running back. Had a running back fake in, then go out and get you could have got the first down. There was simple plays you just need to make. You can't always go get and then on top of that, you didn't have CJ Daniels in the game. Then you had JoJo Trader in there. And the interception that JoJo Trader bobbled it, he could have caught it. He bobbled it, he was trying to look upfield, but this is where you don't play him enough. You got to stop playing the talent that's on your field. Play them. You see all these other big name college players, they throw all of these guys out there. The play calling is so suspect. They run. You have many chances to bounce it out to the outside. You keep trying to run up the middle. And guess what? Teams are gearing that. They know. They're like, you know what? Miami wants to run up the middle. Nobody's going to sit there and allow you, especially if your offensive line ain't moving them. They stacking the gap. Bounce it out to the outside. Loosen up the defense here and there. Take quick throws. It's so many different things, man. You got to find the mismatch with your running backs, your tight ends. You don't utilize your tight ends enough in the game at all. You don't use the tight ends enough in the game. The tight end should be one of the most utilized weapons on this field. Let's look at the stats real quick, man, because I'm just tired of Miami with the same BS. Keyshawn Jennings out through Carson Beck the whole game. Then the defense was falling asleep in some areas. Carson Beck threw 2 interceptions. And that's the thing about it. He is continuously throwing interceptions when he don't need to be throwing interceptions. Fletcher, 84 yards. Fletcher should have had a $125 in this game. Should have. Miami had total yards, more total yards than SMU. Not that far. Then you had 2 turnovers. You had 23 first downs to them. You had 12 penalties for almost 100 yards. How in the world that you could stay this undisciplined? Just don't even make sense. If you look at the ACC standings right here, Georgia Tech, 5-0. That's it. It's gone. Virginia, 4-0. Pittsburgh right there. SMU right there. Miami falls 2-2 in the division. It's no way. Duke just won. They beat Clemson, Louisville, all of that, man. It's just sad to see how this team with all of this talent, you go in the portal, you get all of these quarterbacks, and you still cannot put an onslaught of an offense on this field. It don't make sense at all. It don't make sense at all. Then on third downs, you 7 for 16. They was bad on third down. We had the time of the possession almost double, and you still could not do anything with this team at all. Just bad plays, bro. Bad plays all over. SMU knocks off number 10 Miami. Miami about to drop all the way down to the 20s. They gonna mess around. They're gonna be dropped out of the top 25 playing the way they're playing. SMU knocks off number 10 Miami 26-20 in overtime, damaging playoff hopes for Miami. Yeah, to be honest with you, at Miami, if the Hurricanes miss the playoff, guess what? It's their fault. It's their fault. You can't cry, you can't complain, you can't get mad because you got all the talent. You're getting all the recruits coming there, and you still cannot. You can't put it together at all. It doesn't make sense. The poll implications. The Hurricanes probably won't be the third top 10 team this season to drop completely out of the poll in 1 week, which happened to Penn State and Texas in the same week in early October. But Miami probably is headed into the 20s, which I said. SMU's 13-12 loss last week to Wake Forest on one play, final play with a field goal, which ended in a nation's leading conference streak of 20 games, probably silenced any talk of the Mustangs' returns to the poll. Miami plays Syracuse at home next Saturday, a game that I don't give them confidence in winning, to be honest with you. I don't give them confidence in winning that game at all. Not at all. Because the fact of the matter is Miami is not playing like a team that wants to be in the playoffs. They're not playing like that at all. What they're doing, they're just playing just enough to get by. And it's not good enough right now. Too much talent. Let's listen to my man right here.
I guess I will start with Carson Beck sealing the game with an interception. Miami just lost for the second time this year. They fall in overtime to SMU. I don't even know where to start. I guess I will start with Carson Beck sealing the game with an interception in overtime, which gave SMU the opportunity to just score in the first OT to win the game. You could start with some horrific offensive execution, which is nothing new for this team.
Mm-hmm.
You could start with 12 penalties, which is inexcusable. Now, listen, I can also absolutely complain about the officiating. But I can also say Miami was undisciplined, committed too many penalties.
Mm-hmm.
The officiating was also terrible. Pass interference against Miami that wasn't called, and on the same play, a holding allegedly Miami committed that was called. The flag that was thrown on Marquise Lightfoot, for not pulling up enough after a late whistle for a timeout got called for roughing the passer. This just sucks. And Miami is essentially, barring multiple miracles, eliminated from the college football playoff and eliminated from the ACC championship game. And there is blame to go around. And we're going to be talking about it all week long on Locked On Canes. We are part of the awesome Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Alex Dono hit it. Alex hits it on the head. There's a lot of blame to go around. Shannon Dawson, Mario Cristobal, all the defensive coordinator, all of them. They are not playing like how they played in the first 5 weeks of the season. Ever since that break and they came back and played Louisville and lost on the last second interception again, then you threw an interception to get SMU the game-winning field goal. That's bad. That is bad. That is bad. You should never have ever allow your team to play like that at all. Here you go, right here.
SMU on the verge of history. Harden, trick or treat, Dallas. SMU wins. SMU on the verge.
Wow. SMU upsets Miami to beat a top 10 team for the first time since 1974. That's 53 years. Well, Miami, guess what? It seems like every time somebody plays you, it's the first, or they setting a record or breaking a record or killing a streak or streak against you. There is no way that you should allow SMU to do that. And to me, I feel like I don't want to be that person because I try not to say it that way, but I feel like Miami threw this game. That's the way I feel. I feel like Miami threw this game. The way they played throughout the whole game, to me, it felt like they threw this game, that they didn't really want to play this game. Rick Lashley just got an extension contract with SMU coming into this game. They just lost a close game by Wake Forest last week. Then turn around to beat a Miami team? Come on, man. That don't even make sense. Mario Cristobal, he's going to have to answer, because if his job is on the line if they do not make the playoffs. There's going to be a lot of uncomfortable conversations in games, Coral Gables. I'm telling you. Shannon Dawson, if he can't get the job done as an offensive coordinator, and then the bad thing about it, Miami don't even have a quarterback coach to develop a quarterback. What's up with that? Come on. All right, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Canes on the Daily Podcast. Let me know your thoughts on the Canes, man. Is their season over? Because they look like they're going down the same path they was last year when we had Cam Ward, and we lost them last few games that knocked us out the playoff and the ACC championship game. Livewire Sports Media powered. Kings on the Daily is powered by Livewire Sports Media. Again, like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying.